Chapter 14, Rotating a Shape. So if I wanted to rotate any of these items, let's start with our triangle. So let's say I was going to rotate the shape. Let's say I want to go 90 degrees clockwise. So remember, clockwise means you're rotating to the right. Okay, so clockwise means right. And if it was counterclockwise, which is labeled as CCW, counterclockwise, then you are rotating left. So if I was going to rotate 90 degrees clockwise, I have my A, B, and C in my triangle. How would they look? So I would know that my A would rotate down, my C would rotate back and up, and my B would rotate back and up. So my triangle now would look like this, and my A would be here, my B would be here, and my C would be here. If I rotated it one more time, my shape would be upside down, my A would go down, my B would go there, my C would go there. If I rotated it one more time, my triangle would look like that. My A would be here, my B would be there, and my C would be there. And if I rotated it one more time, it would go back to my original shape. If I wanted to rotate my square, your square would look the exact same each time. So let's rotate it 4 times. So now the only thing that's going to change is where my letters go. It's going to look the same. So A is going to rotate 1 corner to the right. Every letter is going to rotate 1 corner to its right. So A would be here, B would be here, C would be here, and D would be here, because I'm rotating everything over to the right. Now the letter E, that's on the bottom in the middle, it started off here, so it's going to rotate, same thing, to the right. So it's rotating this way, so my E is going to be here. The other thing you can look at is, you know that E is between C and D. So you know it's always going to be between C and D. So if I rotate one more time, once again my A will rotate to here, my B will rotate to here, my C will rotate here, and my D will rotate here, and my letter E will rotate here, which is once again in between C and D. And then in my last rotation, A was here. Now A is going to rotate to here. B is going to rotate up to the top left. C will rotate to the top right, and D will rotate to the bottom right. And that letter E will rotate to the middle on the right, once again in between C and D. If I'm rotating a letter, it's the same rules. So if I'm rotating the letter Y, if I want to rotate it 90 degrees, I'm going to rotate it, everything's going to come to the right. So my Y is going to look like that. If I rotate it 90 degrees again, my Y will be upside down. 90 degrees again, will be facing left, and then back to my original position. So each of these is 90 degrees. If, let's say, I have a clock and I say right now it's 11 o'clock. If the minute hand rotated 180 degrees clockwise, so let's say we're going to rotate the minute hand 180 degrees clockwise, what time would it be? So the good thing about a clock is already in a circle. And we know that a circle is 360 degrees. So if I wanted 180 degrees, 180 is half of 360. So if I'm starting at the 12, halfway around would be the 6. So I'd rotate my minute hand halfway, and my new time would be 11:30. Okay, if you wanted to rotate 90 degrees, you know that 90 degrees is every 15 minutes. Because there are 4 90 degrees in a clock, 3, 6, 9, 12. And you know that there are 60 minutes in a clock. So on a clock, 90 degrees equals 15 minutes. Because every 90 degrees would be 12 to 3. And we know that the 3 represents 15. 3 to 6, and we know the 6 represents 30, which is 15 minutes from 15. 9 is 45, which is another 15 minutes. And then back to your 12, which is your 60. So 15, 30, 45, and 60. I hope this has explained rotating a shape on either a shape like a triangle or a square, a letter, or on the dial of a clock. Thank you for watching and listening.